All right, everybody. Did Stoutland just expose the Eagles offense and tell us something that us as Eagles fans already knew? It was not Jalen Hurts, it was KP. But don't take it from me. You know what? I have to say about it.
What happened last year, just in general? Like, what was the reason for the struggles in your mind? I don't know. What went wrong last season with the Birds?
Well, I think anytime things don't go well, and I don't want to sound like I'm on like in an interview but
Yeah.
it's the truth. It's execution, and it's calling the right play at the right time and not running bad plays into bad defenses.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't that hard. I'm not going to sit here and make up all these. That's pretty much it.
Eagles news, Nolan Smith. The Eagles pick up the fifth-year option on Nolan Smith. They had until May 1st to do so. So there you go. I would imagine that means...
I just saw the number.
What is it?
13.
$13 million.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big number.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
where was he drafted? What
30th?
spot?
Yeah, 30, 31, around there.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big number. So he's going into his fourth season, so the fifth season is after that.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected he was going to get an extension after the off season, but I mean, this pretty much,
They gave his extension to Jonathan Greenard.
Yes, yeah. Well, and
they gave his extension to
Nolan
him.
Smith has had moments, but has not put together a full good season yet for the Eagles. Part of that has been injury, for sure. But injury is part of it. He's got to prove that he can stay healthy. And I think Jalen Hunt has evolved pretty quickly, I think. And I think if the Eagles were to rank who they are most sure about moving forward, I think they would probably have Jalen Hunt ranked ahead of Nolan Smith at this point.
Yeah, I think you would have to.
Yeah.
And listen, this is a big year for Nolan.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he still wants that extension, whether it's here or he winds up getting it somewhere else. But, they trade for somebody. They give him $100 million. You saw the way Jalen Hunt played last year. Big year for him, man. Competition is starting to sort of get thick over there at that defensive end position, that outside pass rusher position. So you have to fight to get on that field.
Also, that position has gotten so expensive that even if you are a normal average edge, like it gets expensive. So I think they would, if he's going to cost that much, they would rather just get replacement level play, but cost for replacement level pay. So
They also exercised the fifth-year option on Jalen Carter.
Oh, yeah.
And that number is $27 million.
for his fifth-year option?
His salary, or this according to Jeff McClain. Yeah.
Top 8 pick.
His salary for 2027 will be approximately $27 million.
Bro, either that salary cap is going up an enormous number again next year, and they probably are anticipating this, or we may have the most expensive D-line in all of football.
Yeah, with Jalen Carter, well, with those three, Greenard, Carter, and Jordan Davis.
$25 million each.
Yeah.
At least.
And that's without the Jalen Carter extension, which I don't think is coming.
They just picked up his fifth year.
Which they had to do by the end of the week.
How about our quarterback? How about our quarterback? Your quarterback. He's a stud. He is a stud. I knew he was going to play that way. I knew it. Don't doubt him. All he does
I'm
is
bird
win.
game 31 and I'm fly like an eagle. Hit him low, hit him high like the Eagles. Catch me on a podcast and we only talking Eagles. Dallas still sucks and ain't nothing like the Eagles. I'm one O-line, Jalen Hurts top 5. Run it like Saquon, like I'm down Queen. Always open AJ, touchdown, say. Strap him up like DeJean, sack him up, Zach Bond. On the road to victory, yeah. We gon' run your Eagles fly. Hit him low, hit him high. Hit him low, we gon' get him. Hit him high, we gon' let him. Hit him low, we gon' get him. Hit him high, we gon' let him. Hit him low, we gon' get him. Hit him high, we gon' let him. Hit him low, we gon' get him. Hit him high, we gon' let him. Bird gang, dirty one is
What is up? What is up, Eagles Nation? It's your boy Bird Gang 31 in the building. I'm back again for round 2 on the Philly Alert, baby. And Birds fan from 81 will be with me shortly. He's finishing up something. He'll be right in here, guys. So don't worry about that. Lizzie E has taken a break this weekend, so shout out to Lizzie E. Make sure you're handling your business. But hit that follow button for your Eagles content. I'm gonna ask y'all something. I need a real answer tonight. How do the Eagles go out, stack the roster with elite draft talent, lock in the future, and somehow, some way, that Dallas still here? Somehow, some way, that Dallas still on our boy Jalen Hurts? Like, at what point do we stop moving the goalposts for the quarterback? And is this really about football? You've got Eagles fan turning on their quarterback, listening to these media talk about how Jalen Hurts can't throw over the middle. The targets that we got in the draft are not going to be valuable because they're on the wrong football team. To me, that's crazy. And not only that, you got your boy Jeff Stoutland exposing the Eagles and how horrible the play call was last year. Everybody thought it was a quarterback, but you heard Jeff. Don't call bad plays into bad defenses and think something good's going to come out of it. That's just not how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's not how it works. So we're going to start out tonight, Let me know how y'all feel about what Stoutland said. And we're going to start out tonight about what Stoutland did say. Basically came out and told the world, that it was never Jalen's fault. That's basically what he told them. That's what I heard. It was never Jalen's fault. KP sucked. Nick sucked. We're helping KP adjust. He was a scapegoat out of Philly, and now we got what we got here now, so how y'all really feeling about that? Shout out to everybody's in here. What up, Twiz? Twiz is in the building. How you doing today, my guy? Hope all is well with you. We had Daniel up in here. There he is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go.
We had Mrs. Bird Gang in the building. Salute to you, baby. We got Greg. Let's go. I want to know how y'all feeling about this tonight, about what Stoutland said. And if you missed it in the opening, I'll play it for you one more time, and we can get into it. Here we go.
What happened last year, just in general? Like, what was the reason for the struggles in your mind? I don't know. What went wrong last season with the Birds?
Well, I think anytime things don't go well, and I don't want to sound like I'm on like in an interview but yeah, it's the truth. It's execution, and it's calling the right play at the right time and not running bad plays into bad defenses. Yeah. I mean, it ain't that hard. Yeah. I'm not going to sit here and make up all these. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much it. And all offseason, we've been hearing all this noise about our quarterback. All offseason, we've been hearing all this noise about this and that. When the truth is, it was all KP in the first place. That's what we all said. That's what we all knew. But we let the media, the outside media, try to convince us otherwise. How you like what he said, Bears fan?
I agree. I agree with everything that he said, but T-Wiz did DJ Digger 3-6 execution and play calling. Okay, I agree. And I mean, I'm not knocking Hurts at all. But Sirianni and Pachua, trash. It's hard not to agree with Jeff Stoutland. But when it comes to on the field, I do feel like it was a lot of, he said execution. So when we're talking about execution, that's the people on the field. So somebody wasn't executing. So does that start, is execution, is that off the field or is it on the field? It was Jalen changing the plays. So see, Alfredo 31. Thank you, because finally somebody. So execution. If you're gonna call an audible, you call an audible to complete a pass. Now, when he's checking down, I mean, hey, look, I already know you got a thigh. I already know how it's gonna be set up. Oh, Jalen Hurts is the greatest. He took us to the Super Bowl, B. He took us to the Super Bowl, B. Well, BG tonight, I'm gonna be the bad guy. Fredo 31. People will say it was Jalen changing the plays 99% of the time because of that article. Okay, he might not have been changing 99% of the time, but he did call audibles. And when he called audibles, they sucked. Stoutland said that. He was saying it's execution. So if somebody wasn't executing, so where does the execution start at? It's going to start, hey, he changed the plays.
Yes, we are winning that Super Bowl this year, my guy. Listen. Alfredo, you my guy, you know, and I've been showing sympathy to you because I know you're a huge AJ fan, and that's one guy you don't want leaving, but he's gone, for one, and for two, the article came out before Jeff said that. If anything, that's just clearing up. That whole article is bullshit. You know, if you are getting a playbook, right? And this two things to be true about this. If you're getting a playbook that's trash, right? You're out here on the football field calling trash ass plays against good defenses. That's not going to work. As a quarterback, it is your job to try to get your team into the best possible situations possible. You know? So yeah, he might change some plays. If I was a quarterback, I don't always play running back. If I was a quarterback and KP was changing my calling these plays, I would change half of them too. Like, we got to get into something better than this. You get up to the line of scrimmage, you're looking at the defense like, really? You calling this play right now with this defense? Let me look. Oh, this shit's not going to work. No.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Does Jalen Hurts not struggle with going to his through his progressions?
No.
He doesn't. Man, come on, BG. Don't do
he
this.
Don't struggle. You know, 1, 2, 3, the ball is out, my guy. You know, 1, 2, 3, the ball is out. AJ is not. Jalen is not struggling. And for those who think, oh, he can't pass over the middle, the fact of the matter is, we didn't call anything over the middle for him to pass. You know? He said everybody had their hand in a horrible season, including Jalen, Nick, KP, O-line, etc. Which O-line, huge part. Nick, KP, huge part. But for those who says he can't throw over the middle, look at this, my guy. And this is, the fewest throws between the middle. 38%, right? Everybody's like, oh, 38%. But that's for a percentage of attempts. That means that he had the fewest attempts over the middle. The fewest out of all the quarterbacks. And this is the bottom of the list. So he had the fewest attempts, period, in the middle of the field. But completed 78% of those attempts in the middle of the field. And that's higher than anybody else on this list. You got to realize, Jalen threw the ball over the middle of the field a lot, guys. What do you think AJ's number one play was? The flat? Where did that go? In the middle of the field. 7-yard slants, 10-yard slants. That was AJ's calling card. That's probably his best play you can throw to AJ. He says
16.
Intermediate 5-7% since he's been in the league. 5-7%. No, I don't think he's 5-7% at all. Like, come on, Twiz. You get it, Brett. What up, Nina? How you doing? Nina? Nice to see you. I don't know about no 5-7%, guys. That's I don't know what stats you pulled that from, Twiz. He said her struggle to read the McDonald's kids menu. Damn,
that's a stretch, bro. Come on.
Whoa. I thought after he came out today, Stoutland came out there and said that this hate was going to stop. But it looks to me like it's still there. From your own fan base, guys, think about what Jalen's done since he's been here, my guy. You know, I wish I loaded that video. I was going to play a video for you for your doubters. And it shows all of Jalen's passes over the middle field. Here's one, though, for y'all that don't like it. Middle of the field.
Did they win that game?
Middle of the field. Where's that? Middle of the field. The more middle of the field. Up, middle of the field. Where's this going? Oh, middle of the field.
No, man. See what? No, bro. No,
my God.
Okay. Man, come on, bro. You pulling out plays.
It's a 4-minute version of that.
Not having to go through no progressions right now. That is a quick slant. Man, me and you can go throw that ball right now. That's down, set, height. You throw the ball, quick slant. The ball is gone. The ball is out. So those are like that man though. And now that one throw to AJ where the ball was on the ground, that was a great throw. He threw away from the defender. It was down towards the ground. Hey, that was a great throw. That's precision passing. But that's for a fact, man, that man struggled to throw the ball over the middle of the field.
He don't.
Everybody knows.
Listen. Okay. I had an old 4-minute video. I don't know why I couldn't get it loaded up here. It's too long, and I didn't have time to really edit it to get it down here. Of nothing to Devontae Smith, to Goddard, to everybody. But you got to realize the percentage of throwing in the middle of the field is very low. 38%. If you only have 38% pass call for the middle of the field, then what are we talking about?
Well, then why didn't he change?
If all your routes are just outs and hitches, comebacks, how you expect him to throw to the middle of the field? You're going to throw the ball to your best receivers, right? You're going to throw the ball to AJ and Smitty, right? They're on the outside. They're not running in the middle of the field. They're running streaks. They're running comebacks. They're running hitch routes.
I guess my question is why didn't he change?
AJ does run his slant, but they're not running these plays that really make you go, wow, he really can't see over the middle of the field.
Okay. I mean, all I'm saying is like, I know watching every single game, we've all seen the commentators really point out a lot of missed throws. Now, could that be that he's not comfortable in the system? Yes. But technically, like, I'm curious to see how they're going to keep Barkley involved in this offense, because to me, we're better when we're running the ball. We have offensive linemen, we're a ground and pound team. We've never been the team since Jalen got there that's just going to drop back and throw the ball 50 times a game. We've never been that team that's just going to sit up here and dink and dunk down the field. We can do that, but with Goddard being here, and then we got the big boy from Vandy, which we'll get to our draft pick shortly. I know good things can happen, but I just got to see this. Like, I know he's capable of doing it, but like,
we are at Jalen Hurts.
Can he do it consistently?
What's not consistent about 6 playoffs in a row or 5 playoffs in a row? What's not consistent about?
Bro, we got a running game.
Over 3,000 yards every season. Both your elite receivers are getting 1,000 yards apiece. Goddard had, the most touchdowns ever he's had last year. It's like, what's not consistent about it? Like, if anything, the play calling for what he done with the play calling that he's had, he's executed at a high level. You know what I'm saying? He's executed at a high level. You even got his old coach, Mr. Lincoln Riley, coming on to defend my boy. Listen to what Lincoln had to say about him.
We're talking the USC head coach Lincoln Riley, who also coached at Oklahoma when Jalen Hurts was there. Now, you had him for 1 year, Jalen, but could you have anticipated that he would turn out to be the franchise quarterback that he is now?
I mean, to have as much success as he's had early on in his career, I mean, that would be a tall task for any young quarterback. But, I mean, the one thing that always stood out to me about this cat was he always found a way to be successful, and he's done it for so many years. And I know this year's another one for you guys where he's had a different offensive coordinator and offensive system that he's had to learn. I mean, this guy's had to learn more damn offenses than some of us coaches. And so, like, for him to be able to produce the way he has, despite all that, I think it's been impressive. And then, you know, the leadership and the consistency and the consistent competitor that he is really off the charts, man. So, no, and I think another guy that went to the perfect organization for him. And yeah, it's kind of been awesome to see his career go forward. And we've talked a lot here as of late in the last several months. I can tell you what, he is a hungry guy right now. And he's always motivated, but I feel even for him a little extra edge from him right now. Like he's gotten his taste of obviously success and going to Super Bowls, winning the Super Bowl, but like this guy wants a lot more and he's coming for it.
For it. Shout out to Lincoln Riley, USC coach. I love USC. That's my school. Shout out to my coach, Lincoln Riley, over there. I wish you were offensive coordinator for the Eagles, to be honest with you. You need to come out of USC and come join Lemons, because that's what we're about to jump into right now. Lemons. Because we're still talking about Jalen Hurts' progression or lack of their progression that people saw. Now that the Eagles have went out and not drafted one, but two players that won their individual awards for being the best at their position. Mm-hmm. We're talking about Lemons. Everybody wanted Tate, Tyson, all these receivers besides Lemons. But Lemons is the one that won the Biletnikoff. He was crowned the best receiver in college football. And you know who's still in college football that everybody says the best receiver? That's Deuce Smith from Ohio State. And guess what? He had a phenomenal year this year. But did he win the Biletnikoff Award? No, he didn't. Our boy Lemons from the U, from SC, he won the award. And the first thing Eagles fans have to say about it is, I don't think he's that good. He's kind of small. We don't need two small receivers. You know?
That's normal.
You guys are. You wanted the same. You wanted a clone of AJ. You figure if we're going to get rid of him, we need to have someone that can fill his role. Now, let me break it down to you guys, Philadelphia. And I've said this before. Lemon is a beast. Running the ball, receiving the ball. The boys have 3 drop passes in what? 2 years at SC. 3. Not hurt, so he's missing time. That's why the number's so low. He catches everything in his realm. He destroys zone defenses. He's elite level in one-on-one. His footwork is nasty. He's a straight dog. He can block linebackers, safeties, corners, whatever you need him to do. He's on go mode 24/7. That's the player we got. Now, if you want to think of the A.J. Brown leaving, is he coming in to replace A.J. Brown? No. He's coming in to replace Smitty production. Because y'all act like, you know, Smitty's not about to be that dog this year. Y'all act like he's not about to be the big man on campus this year. Everybody thought we needed to replace AJ with another replacement of AJ, at least Smitty at the 1B. It is time, 6 years in, it is time to take your first round draft pick and give him the target he deserves to be number 1. And half the fan base believes that he can be number 1, and is going to ball out, have this monster year, and the other half still feel like we're lacking thereof at receiver. Lemon don't have to come in with 1,400 yards as a rookie. He don't have to be that guy. He does need to ball out. And I say 7 and 9, probably what you're going to get when you got one team. When you got the other draft pick we got, Dallas Goedert, Brown.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This guy, the difference, let me tell you a difference between Lemon and Brown, too, that you guys understand. One, on run plays, the Super Bowl year we won, AJ was running down the field blocking for people, blocking for Saquon. You know what I'm saying? When he wasn't getting the ball. After we won that Super Bowl, that ended. He wasn't doing that no more. We got a guy that's going to be 100% in the run game, blocking for receivers, blocking, heart of steel, gold, steel, whatever you want to call it. And he catches everything. I repeat, he had 3 drops in 2 years. AJ has 3 drops in 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody gonna act like AJ's this guy that don't go dropping balls left and right. He's just such a superstar that usually his big plays outweighs his drops to the point where you don't even really think about the drops. But he consistently, over his time in Philadelphia, has dropped the ball. So you're replacing that with Smitty, who don't drop very many, and Lemons, who don't drop very many. Both guys are dogs. Going to go out there, pass block, give your team, give 150% effort, right? I'm telling you guys, dude, Lemons is about to torch this league, man. Another big advantage for Lemons is he don't have to come in to be that number 1. We didn't draft him to be the number 1. So he can chill out, let Devontae pull coverage, and do his thing. So don't get it twisted. And another thing I'm not realizing about this offense, y'all keep wanting to mold it. You don't like the fact when you got an alpha like AJ who demands the ball. You don't like the fact that we have to force feed him the ball, because those games we force fed him the ball, we lost those football games. You don't like that, but that was the main. You think about, we wasted Dotson's years here because AJ won the ball. We had to try to figure out a way to get AJ the ball. You're about to go to a receiving corps that's unselfish, like the Green Bay Packers. Remember Green Bay the last couple of years? Every year they had a different leading receiver. I don't think we're going to that extreme with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do believe Devontae Smith will get his fair share to become the Eagles will want to see. Because you got to think, he got a contract coming up in a couple of years. They're going to want to see if he is that elite guy. Should we give him the money that he thinks he deserves? They don't want to see that. And this is the year to do it. But besides that, Wicks came from Green Bay. Automatically, he getting his targets, period. Wicks going to get his targets. They wouldn't have brought him over here, paid him all that money not to give him targets. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood Brown, speed demon. Jake loves throwing the deep ball. He's one of the best deep ball throwers in the game. He's going to throw the ball up to Hollywood Brown. It's going to be up to him. Is he going to end up like Quez Watkins, where you get open, I throw you the ball, you drop it, but Hollywood Brown's way better receiver than Quez Watkins ever could be already. You got Cooper, who's going to be out to prove something this year. You got Moore, who's out to prove something this year. If these guys, what I've noticed is we recreated this offense to guys that can catch the ball. It's not really about, and that are really good at separating. I think Lemon was the best in college at separation. Devontae Smith is one of the best in the league right now at separation. And then you got Wicks, who's pretty good at separation. He's at 5'11", 192-pound Lemon, has a big game. What else to say? I'm sorry.
Top of 100 receiving yards in 4 contests, including back-to-back games against Northwestern and Iowa.
Yeah.
Anybody getting 150 yards receiving in any type of game at any level, that's big time.
That's big time.
It's normal. Like, the first thing you got to do is you got to catch the ball. The second thing is you got to hold on to the ball. And the only thing, 5'11", 192, that's not like a lot of people act like that's a little bitty guy. Like, it's smaller receivers in the league than that that's been successful.
Hollywood Brown, for instance, Devontae Smith.
Yeah. So
they're two guys right there.
And his mentality, like, he fits Philly. Like, in order to play in Philly and be successful in Philly, you basically have to have a I don't care attitude. No one likes us. No one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care. The whole fan base has that mentality of we don't care. We're Philly. We're Philly. No one likes us. We don't care. He's coming in with that street mentality. He has this mindset to where, like, I don't care. I'm here to go catch the ball. Y'all are getting a dog. I always want a dog on my side. I don't want the guy that's going to get scared when it's time to fight, when it's time to lay hands. You want somebody that's going to go to war with you. And that's what he says he's ready to do. Not 3 drops. When you think about that, Wicks, he has a problem with dropping the ball. Now he knows, like, hey, I'm not going to get no balls with these 2 fools on. I got Smith, I got Goddard, I got tight ends, I got Barkley. So you got it. When the ball hits your hands now, you're going to catch it or you're going to be on the sideline.
Facts.
Because we got people in waiting. When you look at this offense, it is dangerous. It has the potential to be very dangerous.
It's the deepest receiving core ever in Philadelphia. The deepest. I was with Gate City earlier. Shout out if you guys didn't watch that. Make sure you guys go watch that Gate City interview I did earlier today. And we really broke down the draft picks on there. I wanted to talk about some of these other things, on the show tonight. But, dude, this guy, man, he's something special. You know what I'm saying? He is something special. You look at Ahmad. Why is no one saying Ahmad St. Brown is too small? Why is he one of the best receivers in the game?
Yeah. And when he's out of that offense, when he didn't play, they were really struggling in Detroit.
Same school, same size. But I don't even know if Ahmad St. Brown won the Blitz-Off that year he came out. Like, we're getting talented players. And this offense is about to shift. See, I think people are so stuck with the offense we've been running, which the last 4 years, even though we went to 2 Super Bowls, right, and won 1, every last one of those years, we knew our offense could be better. Even the 2,000-yard Saquon year, our offense could be better, passing-wise. The competency at coordinator was the problem. The lack of getting separation last year was a huge problem. AJ's not known for getting separation. AJ's known for being physical, meaning he's going to out-muscle you for that football. It's not that he's really separated from the cornerback, but when you got 190-pound cornerback, he's on bully ball the cornerback for that ball, which he's good at. But now, everything just got easier for Hurts. You got guys that understand and can separate. Devontae Smith is always open. If anybody needs to be named always open, Devontae Smith needs to be that. Because when Devontae comes out of his break, and he catches everything. He's always open. But when you had to force feed AJ the ball, some of those times he was open, guess what? Jalen couldn't even go look his way. And not only did we add Lemon, but we went out and got the best. We got the best tight end in college football. The best. The best. I wanted Sadiq, right? But this guy's a better athlete than Sadiq. Has better yak than Sadiq. He's not as strong, maybe, but he is the Mackey Award winner in college football. Meaning what? He was the best tight end in college football. How he pulled some strings today. On draft day. To get both top at your position, but for some reason, Eagles Nation is still doubting. They don't really. I hear a lot of people hate on Sowers. They hate on him. So I don't know why we got him. He's not that good. Do you not know the track record of the Philadelphia Eagles in the second round? Especially for tight ends? Zach Ertz, second round, can't block very good, is what was said. End up being one of the best tight ends ever in Eagles history. Dallas Goedert, second round, tight end. Top 5 best tight end we ever had in Eagles history. You know what I'm saying? This dude's about the ball, and with Goddard still on the football field, you know how hard that's going to be for linebackers to cover both? We're about to run a lot more 12 personnel, guys. This offense will not look nothing like we've seen over the last, I want to say 5 years, but if you really want to think about it, it wasn't the way of anybody from even before then. No one's ran this offense like this. Maybe a little bit Andy Reid, but we're about to get what we wanted to. Every time we watched Tampa Bay, every time we watched the Rams, every time we watched the Niners, every time we watched Green Bay, like, damn, their receivers are wide ass open. You know? We're not used to that as Eagle fans. Where the schemes open the talent. We were trying to let we've been playing football on the talent overriding the scheme. And now we're about to get both. Talent with a good scheme. That's going to be dangerous, my guy.
You're right. You know, Stars caught 62 passes for 769 yards and 4 touchdowns last season. His efforts earned him the John Mack Award, presented annually to the nation's top tight end. He and Dallas Goedert should form one of the most lethal tight end duos in the league. So something we really need to bring forward right now, you can go 5 wides, /3 wides, empty set. You can have these 2 big monsters at tight end. Then you can have Hollywood Brown in the slot. You got our new Amon St. Brown. You got Lemonade right here. Then you got Smith. I want everybody to really think about that. We can line up Saquon in the slot now and throw him a screen and let him cook. We can run these little bubble screens now. It's so much that's been opened up right now that we probably can't even think about. Think about if you were the offense coordinator right now with all these toys to play with. It's like a kid in a candy store. And then we're not even talking about the backup running back right now. You think about all these players that we got, all these toys we got to tinker with. So, it's gonna be real exciting next year.
Yeah, man. I really think people are tripping, they're not understanding how he rose. You're out there pumping your chest that we got the best GM, right? That he's been picking since the regular pick. He's been on fire in the first couple of rounds. So now we got these first couple of rounds this year. Why is it any different? Why isn't the excitement there? And I know it's not just because I'm a USC fan. If you watch tape, Lemons is a baller. The reason why I wanted Sadiq was because I figured Lemon, Howie Roseman even said, we thought he was going to be gone by 12. He was in our top 15. We thought he'd be gone before that. When we seen him, we attacked, we got him. Your GM told you this. We attacked, we got him. He was a beast that fell. You got to look at what happened, dude. The Rams should have picked him. I'm pretty sure. What's his name? What's the coach name of the Rams again? McVay wanted him.
Sean McVay.
He wanted him at 13.
Yeah.
The GM went over his head and drafted the quarterback from Alabama, Ty Simpson. If you've seen that interview, you know McVay was not happy about that at all. He was not riding with it. He wasn't down with it. He wanted his receiver to help out his receiving core because Puka, who knows what's going on with him, he got in trouble. Devontae Adams, a dinosaur. You know, he wanted that next young receiver to help Matthew Stafford try to win a chip. They didn't get him. After that, teams didn't really have really too many, receiver needs out there. And then that's when Sadiq went off the board, which is another good pick. Where I still wish we kind of got him a little bit, but I love Lemons too. I think Lemons and Stowers together is better than just having Sadiq. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and
Sadiq
then you think about Peyton too. Like, think about Peyton also. Like the quarterback that we picked up, they're saying he's like a Swiss Army knife, like Taysom Hill with the Saints. So when you think about that as well, that's another weapon to throw in there. Like, we hadn't even talked about, how Peyton, how they, like, hey, this guy had a 71% completion percentage last year, which means, like, we can use him in all kind of gimmick plays as well. So this is very interesting. Just like all the toys that they have to play with is big.
He said Smitty not getting 1,400 yards. I see 3 guys with 8 to 1,000. Look at Green Bay. Look at Green Bay, Twiz. Go back the last 3 years of Green Bay, Twiz. I looked it up. There was always one lead receiver who was over 1,000. I think one was 11 one year, one was 13 one year, or close to 13 one year. There was always one. And they had a dominating running game, too. Josh Jacobs has been one of the best running backs in the NFL the last 3 years with Green Bay. And the thing is, what is your thought process? Because if anything, these picks made it that much easier for Devontae to get 1,400 yards this year. Made it easier for him. Think if we went out and got a lineman and a tight end. Do you think that would have been easy for Devontae to get 1,400 yards? I think he can do it no matter what. But at the end of the day, talking real football, you have less weapons to worry about. You know what I'm saying? To go get a Lemons in the top tight end when you already got a good tight end and some good receivers, you really won't be able to afford, especially if the line's healthy and the run game's in full effect. Again, like it should be. Just that alone is going to help Devontae. But the targets out there, you're not going to be able to double Devontae. What are you going to say?
My question is, where does Saquon fit in at? Where does Tank Bigsby fit in at? Where does Shipley fit in at in this new scheme? Because it looks like we're going pass heavy. So what does that do? Because we're paying Saquon a whole lot of money. So how do you feel like that's going on? How do you think Saquon is going to feel about less touches? Like, do you feel like we're going to pass the run?
Touches, guys. Like, if you looked at our games the last 4 years, we always left meat on the bone. Even the year was, like I said, Saquon had 2,000 yards, but there was still meat on the table for the passing game that just wasn't effective. You know what I'm saying? Like, Saquon was still 6th in rushing last year with 1,300 yards, something like that. 13 or 12, something like that. And there's a lot of meat on the bone for the passing game still. What you don't understand, if you got a better coordinator scheming up better plays, there's going to be more passing yards. But it doesn't take away. It's not like all of a sudden, the Eagles were more like 50-50 last year, maybe 60-40 in terms of run and pass. We're going to be like 55-45 this year. We're not going to throw the ball 100 times more. You know what I'm saying? Like, we will get some more passes in there, but it's not even that. You just imagine if you take away all the drops last year that Jalen threw, his yards would be up there more. His touchdowns would be up there more. So what you're doing is you're getting guys that can catch the football. You're getting systems that's going to help get, the football to receivers easily. To the point where it's going to feel like the same amount of plays in terms of run to pass ratio. But the execution, like Stoutland said, is going to be at a higher rate. So I think Saquon still goes out there. And to be honest, he got all them yards last year with a beat-up offensive line. All these guys are healthy this year. Plus, we picked up the dude from Miami, Bell. We picked up that guard from Georgia to help solidify. We brought Johnson back. Man, a healthy offensive line, period, is a good offense for the Eagles, running the ball.
The question is, and I heard you all talking about it earlier, was the offensive line depth as well. So, yes, we did get better in the draft, but, everybody wanted an edge, which we got that now. Everybody wanted some more weapons. We got that now. And then we got the offensive lineman. And if you look at Howard's draft history, it's offense, defense now. It seems like he's addressing both sides of the ball. So he might go heavy defense, then he's going heavy offense. But that's how he's able to keep that payroll in a consistent. Because, you can't keep everybody.
You got to go back and forth with it.
Yeah, you got to go back and forth.
Defense, when we went, what? Because you got to remember, it was like basically every 2 years we switch it up. Remember, first round Rager, first pick. Next year, first round Devontae Smith. And then we went. I think the year before that we took offense. I think it was offensive lineman before that. And then you went Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. So that's 3 years. And now you're back on offense. You go Lemon, Stowers, offensive lineman. All these guys get paid. Like we talked about at the beginning of the season. I mean, the beginning of the show. It's prove a year for Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith.
Yeah.
The Eagles just picked up their 5th-year option. And out of those two, I told you I think Jordan Davis is going to be the best DT moving out. I still stand on that. Like, until he shows me, and I feel like the Eagles did this for a reason. They didn't want to send either one of them this year. They're both injury prone. Why go out and give either one of these guys a bag when they can't even stay healthy? Fans love them. I love them. But they have not proven, like I even said to Gate, I've been telling you guys, Jalen Carter's never lived up to his #1 pick. I don't care what anybody says. He's never lived up to that dominant player. He's good. But he ain't been full season dominant since we had him. He ain't had double-digit sacks.
He's been in
He
spurts.
ain't close to that.
Yeah.
He ain't.
That's fair.
To be calling him the next Aaron Donald, he's done nothing like Aaron Donald since he's been on our team. Jordan Davis had a better year than him last year. I know he was hurt, but he did. Nolan Smith plays good and gets hurt. Good and gets hurt. He's too small and get hurt. Why do you think we went out and made that Gerard trade? If we were so high on Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, why would we need to go out and pay $25 million a year for an edge rusher? Knowing that Nolan Smith's going to be up for a contract.
We also saw, like, in Fangio's scheme, when you have a good edge rusher, like when we got Phillips last year, man, that shifted that defense. Like, just having him coming off that edge, man, it changed, like, the whole dynamic. Because you got to, two people got to block him. You got to account for Carter. You got to account for Davis. And now, Izzy Carter couldn't work out last year. He hasn't been hurt like Nolan. That's true. He hasn't been hurt like Nolan, but Carter has missed a lot of important games.
Yeah.
So now, we're gonna have some depth, and if we can get this big boy trained up, we're gonna be all right. We got a lot of things to work on, a lot of holes to plug, but definitely Carter could, if he can stay healthy, he's dominant, man. I mean, like he's top 3 in the league, even with all these injuries. You can't tell me, you can't name 3 other players that's really better than him outside the top 3. You got Chris Jones, you got Carter, you got your boy from the Giants that just got traded to the
When
Browns.
you talk about, if you want to say, because even Destin Lawrence, they don't really play the same position. Destin Lawrence more like a Jordan Davis. Like it's defensive tackle, there's north tackle. We run the 3-4, hypothetically speaking, which is really a 5-2. 5-2 making Jalen Carter more of an end as opposed to a DT. Like in terms of like, if you wanted to compare him to defensive tackles, okay. We didn't come out drafting them to compare him to defensive tackles. Come out draft them to be the most devastating defensive player in the league. And I can think of a lot of people that are way more disruptive than Jalen Carter. Myles Garrett.
When he's healthy, man, like, hey, when he's
did
healthy,
what?
he's top tier.
Chris Jones. There's more people out there. There's more
disruptive. He's healthy though, man. Again.
Because it didn't work out last night.
He's healthy though, like.
But that's the thing too.
PFF
How
has
healthy can you get with 2 bum shoulders? And you play defensive tackle. But let's look realistic. Just like, and the same thing, the Eagles basically is saying what I'm saying by doing the 5th-year option for both of these 2 cats. You 5th-year option them to say, prove it. Nolan's been hurt consistently, but it's not that Carter hasn't been hurt. It has been hurt consistently too. It's the fact that he has 2 bum shoulders, and you play defensive tackle. How's that supposed to work out for you? I'll wait. Y'all got a magical answer with 2 bum shoulders? How you can become the best defensive tackle in the game with 2 bum shoulders? I'm waiting because I don't know how you do it. What we got going on here?
I got his PFL pulled up right here for you.
Overall grade in 2025, 60.
So,
that's 58 out of 134 defensive linemen. Wow.
We'll check this.
Snap count, 640. That's 32nd, and there's 32 teams, guys. 32nd out of 225. Pressure rate.
Out of 225. Mm-hmm.
That's 17. That's not really that bad. It is still kind of, if you're going to be the best defender in football type thing, that's kind of bad. 17 out of 134 defensive tackles that qualify. And tackles in general, 18. That's 82 out of 134 tackles. Does that just jump out this board to you and say, I'm the best defensive player in football? That jump on our board and say, I'm top 5, best player on the defensive side of football? Not to me, it don't. What did I say right there? His run defensive grade was 41.2, ranked 112 at the position.
All right.
Wow.
I'm going to read this right quick.
Go ahead.
Summary bio. Jalen Carter is an interior defensive lineman for the Philadelphia Eagles who earned a 60 overall PFL defensive grade in the 2025 season, 58th among 134 qualified interior defensive linemen. His PFF pass rush grade of 78.7 ranked 9th among 134 qualified interior defensive linemen. His run defense grade of 41.2 ranked 112 at the position. He generated 41 total pressures as a pass rusher. That total included 3 sacks, 30 hurries, 8 hits. Against the run, he recorded 18 solo tackles. So that's where we at here with him.
Is it healthy Carter or Jomo Davis, Hunt, Greenard, Campbell, and Bond? Add in DeJean, Mitchell, Woolen. We just need a safety to not let the top blown off. Yeah, I get it. Like I said, man, am I saying that I don't want Jalen Carter to be the best defensive player in football? No, I'm not. I want him to. He was like, he was hurt. What the fuck? I get it. But being hurt is part of football. You know? When Nakobe Dean was hurt, right? We all loved Nakobe. We thought Nakobe could be this baller. He was hurt, came back, was good. Was hurt, came back, was good. Was hurt, came back, was good. Raider. Did he get re-upped? Wasn't Dean a first-round pick too?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what makes it so different, you think, that Carter won't be the same way? His rookie year, good. The Super Bowl year, I feel like it wasn't as dominant as you want it to be, but everybody really loved the Matthew Stafford sack in the playoffs. It was a huge play to help us win the game. Yes, right? But he wasn't the best defensive player in football. And that's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying the guy sucks. I'm saying we picked him up that high because he dropped to us, right? And that drop was supposed to be the Eagles got a steal because they got the best player in football at the place they selected him at. And he hasn't been that since he's been here. That's all I'm saying. There's not one year, I don't care how good you guys want to say Jalen Carter is, he's not been the best defender in football. Ever. Since he's been drafted. I'm not killing them from one down year, Twiz. You're killing them from one down year. But if you look at the progression, that last year was the year he became the best defensive player in football. Right? And I told y'all this last year. Jordan Davis is going to be the best DT. Jordan Davis is like one of the best DTs in football right now. You want to be honest. He's only going to get better. So it's not that I'm poo-pooing on them. I'm like the Eagles. I want to see what you do. I want to see, are you going to come back from these shoulder injuries? Are you going to ball out so I can give you that bag you deserve? But I'm not just throwing you any bag. It's going to be off of how you play. You know? How you play. And Nolan definitely got to do good this year.
That's true.
You know, he's been hurt a lot more. It says something when you got to go get greedy because you expect these first-round picks to make it so your roster, on your roster, and be those staple at their position. And as of last year, the only one that's a staple that you could say has earned a bag is the guy that got the bag, and that's Jordan Davis. And he's still got to continue to get better. He's still young. He's going to get better. That's why I say he's going to be better than Jay Carter. Because, I don't know, man. I just have this funny thing about his shoulders, man. I don't like to play that position and not have good arms. That doesn't equate to being a good football player. You know, you can't be a defensive tackle. Like, imagine if you're an offensive lineman and you have bad shoulders. You think that offensive lineman gonna play 10 years? You think that offensive lineman gonna be the best offensive lineman in the game if he had bad bum shoulder?
Hey. When he's healthy though, I like this comment. Carter gets bonus points. He spit in Dak's face. But
yes,
when he's healthy, Jalen Carter is like, he's top 5, like top 3. But when that engine gets going, when him and Davis are clicking, man, we're going to have Greenard coming off the edge. It's going to be trouble.
Let's talk about that Greenard.
Huh?
Let's talk about that Greenard a little bit. And y'all not going to like me on this one either. I guess I'm really the bad guy tonight. I'm just bombing you guys out with this information that I got in my head. You know what I'm saying? I just told you Jalen Carter's not the best player, most elite defensive player. You know, Jordan Davis is better. But let me tell you about Greenard, guys. Like, all you guys are hyped about this pick. I see it across social media. And I'm not saying this guy cannot dominate, but if you take away last year, right? You take away last year, his injury he got last year, that he only played 12 games. 3 sacks. The 2 previous years before that, double-digit sacks, 12, right? More than Jalen Phillips. We gave him $5 million a year less than Jalen Phillips. That's a plus.
In Alabama and Birmingham.
But what I'm going to tell you about Greenard.
So please forgive us for all you guys.
What you saying?
We're talking about Greenard now. The Storming. But we're looking at Greenard here. I got his PFF pulled up. 74.2, 31st, snap count 559, 53rd, 47 pressures, 30th, and 45th with 24 tackles in 2025. So a little bit of his bio. Jonathan Greenard is an edge defender for the Philadelphia Eagles, who earned a 74.2 overall PFF defensive grade in the 2025 season. Those are the stats. He had 47 pressures as a pass rusher. That included 4 sacks, 35 hurries, 8 hits. Against the run, he recorded 24 solo tackles and forced 1 fumble on the season. So that's a little bit of what he did in 2020. Huh?
And he was hurt there. And it's funny how Twiz now says, Greenard blows, he had a shoulder issue. Okay. Now you telling me a double-digit sack guy who had back-to-back 12 sack seasons blows when Jalen Carter never touched double-digit sacks. Ever. This dude just did it a year ago. Back-to-back 12 sack season. But Carter has never done it. But he blows because his shoulders suck. But Carter doesn't blow and his shoulders are trash. He had 1 bad shoulder. Carter has 2 bad shoulders. Make the math. The math's not mathing with me. How you thinking, Twiz? The math's not mathing. You're saying this guy blows with back-to-back double-digit sacks when Carter's never touched double-digit sacks, and he got 2 on his shoulders. Math not math. Keep the same standard. He's the interior guy taking on doubles. What are you talking about taking on doubles? Interior guy. You don't think Greenard, when he got double-digit sacks, he was getting double teamed? Is that what you're saying? Last check, anybody with double-digit sacks get double teamed. Interior, outside. Jalen Carter plays outside too. You know? So I'm really confused. I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but even what you're saying about Greenard, I'm not sold on him either. I'm not. When they first started talking about Greenard, I was not down with it. Like, he was like the bottom of the list. If we can't get this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, this. Okay, we can get Greenard. But y'all act like this guy's going to be the savior of this defense, too. Man, y'all going to tell me something, Eagles Nation. Are we set at D-line? There's still some good pass rushes out there. If we're not, there's still some good ones out there. Let me see. Well, that's the players. Did I have it down here? What is this one? No, that's Jalen Hurts. No, there's still some good ones. I think I deleted it. I had it on here. It had a list of top free agents still out there. There's still some good ones out there that we can add to this defensive line. What we want is for these guys to play great. And that's for both Carter and Greenard. If they play to the best of their abilities of what we know without getting hurt, that's great. But sometimes some positions, right, it's about what injury you get as opposed to are you getting injured. You know what I'm saying? Like certain positions, if you're a pocket quarterback and you get your ankle rolled up, right? Might even break an ankle bone, but you're not a dual threat quarterback. Guess what? It doesn't really matter how good your ankle come back. You come back off that ankle. As long as your arm's fine, you're good. You're out there slinging that rock, right? Positions like defensive lineman, and that goes for outside defensive linemen too, either inside or outside. If you got shoulder problems, that's a huge problem. You got 300-pound men, grown man, push on you the whole damn game. Double teams, triple teams. You get side swiped from tight ends and receivers. You get cut low from linemen. You need your arms, that's all I'm saying. Y'all can say Carter was hurt all you want. But my point is it fixed? Is it done?
Well,
because last I checked, he was even thinking about going to go get some stem cell research in some other country, try to fix his shoulders.
I want you to think about this now. In 2025, Greenard was number 48 on the top 100 players in the NFL. So that's not, we shouldn't take that for granted. Now, I don't think you're giving him the credit he deserves. You hard on this man. Like when this dude is healthy, like, hey, he's great at what he does. And that's what we need him to do. Basically, we want a Phillips. Like we want somebody that's going to impact the game like Phillips did. And I feel that he can do that. Because, I mean, look at Minnesota's defense. Like Minnesota's defense, it was good. So I feel like Philadelphia's defense is even better. Yeah. So when you throw him in the mix, when you got Davis and Carter, I mean, hey, you got Smith. I mean, we got the horses to where he can roam free.
Yeah, that's true. And we even made Jalen Phillips look better when he came over.
Yeah.
We can make him look better. But I'm just saying, if you're going to throw out big money, go big. Go for guys that, like, people don't realize, like, there's levels to this game, right? Phillips, Greenard, that's kind of like the same level. You got the Myles Garrett, the Nick Bosa, the TJ Watt. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of another really elite pass rusher that's out there. But you got that elite level. These guys average 16 sacks a season. When you're going to pay big money, you need to get one of those guys. To pay big money on some guy, 12 sacks. 12 sacks are good. Don't get me wrong. Josh Sweat just got 12 sacks. I would have rather traded Arizona. You probably could have gave him Tanner McKee and a 5th-round pick to get Josh Sweat back on the football team. He would have been less money. and he still got 12 sacks with something to prove this year. You know, he's familiar with the system. He's familiar with the team. He won a Super Bowl with the team. What was Josh ranked last year? Sweaty. Like, I know it's too, we can't, go backwards or whatever. How is his knees cooked when he rocked last year?
So here we go. PFF, Myles Garrett, Michael Parsons, Aiden Hutchinson, Will Anderson Jr., Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones, Daniel Hunter, Bosa, Joey Bosa, Malik Collins, Nick Herbig, Chase Young, Jawan Briggs, Cameron Hayward, Kobe Turner, Nick Benito, Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Josh Hines Allen, Byron Young, Jared Verse, Alex Highsmith, Jalen Carter. So,
wow. Hell, some of those guys don't even know who's there.
These are the 32 top pass rushers at the end of the 2025 season. So,
yeah, and you know what? Will Anderson just got re-upped. I know we couldn't get him. But some of these guys on here, Daniel Hunter, wasn't he he got re-upped? Joey Bosa, the Bills, he was a free agent we could have picked up. I don't even know who Malik Collins is. You can keep going down. There was a couple of those guys. I don't even know who the hell they are. Nick Herbert was good. I heard the Eagles was talking about picking him up. Who the hell is Briggs on the Jets? I don't know him. Cam Hayward, old. Okay. Kobe Turner. Okay. Whatever. Abdul Carter, rookie last year. Dexter Lawrence. We should have picked him up. I said I wanted to get him. I would have, you know what I'm saying? Brian Young. Okay, the Rams got a good defensive line. We've seen 3 of the top 20 on just the Rams defensive line alone. Highsmith, who's another rotational player, better. It's like, come on, man.
Jalen Carter.
That's 22.
Yeah.
I give him credit for being over Phillips and Matt Crosby. That's crazy. But yeah. That proves my point right there. There's like 5 cats on that list. I don't even know who the hell they are. For real. And definitely ain't nothing special. He's under. So I love what the Eagles did. You know what I'm saying? I love that they're giving out the 5th-year option to these guys. And I love that the pressure's on them this year. Because the pressure's on, you know why? We just locked up our secondary. I know people want another safety, which will be nice, maybe. But I think that's the reason why they brought back Epps. I think that's the reason why they, restructured Michael Carter's contract. You got to realize that base package, Cooper DeJean goes back to safety. So do we really need another safety, really? We can't have
I don't really think we need another safety. I think you'll be able to hide with the pressure that'll be up front now. You can hide a lot of people.
And the pressure will be a lot better up front when you got Woolen on the side, when you got Cooper DeJean, when you got Quinyon Mitchell, when you got Makuba coming back healthy. The pressure is gonna be hard. They're gonna have at least good 3 seconds to throw. You know what I'm saying, to get to the quarterback.
Blank, smart guy, good in the box, liability and coverage. Okay.
What is that?
He said he's good in the box.
Are you talking about the rookie we picked up?
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a box safety. And which, if you think about it, that's what we need. We need a box safety.
There go Greg. What's up, Greg? Greg Miller. I can still remember when Jonathan was played for the Houston Texans before going to the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. We got to realize Greenard's older than Phillips. He's an older player in the league in general. It's not like Phillips was young. Like, I'm almost looking at the $5 million difference. Like, was it really worth it? Why did you just bring Phillips back for a full year? Give him a 4-year contract too. He has higher upside. He's younger. He's only 25 years old. You know, he played good in our system. Why don't you just give him spend an extra $5 million, and pick up Phillips back, bring him back instead of getting an older guy who has produced higher, but he's older and he's coming off of an injury. There has to be a reason why Minnesota let him go if he was so good. You know what I'm saying? Teams don't let good football players go unless there's something behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's something behind the scenes there. So, yeah, he said the Winooski kid. Phillips stayed hurt, not with us. I know he didn't play a full season with us, but he wasn't hurt with us. This football, man, people get hurt, and I wish I could find a percentage of how many players get a major injury and come back better.
Even in the NFL, like that's always been the knock. Like it's very hard to come back from like.
It's not for long for a reason, guys.
Yeah.
Some really star. I think Odell Beckham still trying to play football right now, but when he got that major injury, he has not been the same since then. And he was the best receiver in football ever before he got hurt. He was doing stuff that no one's ever done. This goes all the way back to Bo Jackson. You want to go old school. The best running back. If Bo never messed up his hips, would be hands down the best running back ever. Would have had multiple 2,000-yard seasons. Would have destroyed the league for years. But he got hurt. And all that went away. It happens every single year. Another star falls to injury and never comes back to be the same. Chiefs better hope. And I doubt it. I don't think he's going to be 100% the same this year. You know? Like, injuries are a part of the game. It's a physical sport. Adrian Peterson's rare. That's rare.
You're right.
And y'all, everybody knows when AP did that. No one in the NFL expected him to come back and do that again. No one.
Hey.
No one. So that's a rare occasion. You know, but you couldn't give me 10 Adrian Petersons right now.
It might be some other Philly. The 76ers up 111 over the Celtics, 111-96 right now. I know a lot of people all in on all Philly teams, but they are up right now. You know, a lot.
What are you? Are you a 4-for-4?
I like MB because he got bad knees like me. You know,
like
I got
me.
I like MB.
You know, big guys look like somebody's right tackle. Goddamn, y'all see? I see him at the gym. I see Bird. You know, I see Bird at the gym. You know,
I can
that's
still
a big
shoot
dude.
that
He's a
thing
big
now.
dude, guys. Like he's a big
I'll
guy.
be right back. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab something, man.
He's a big dude. Yeah, Birds fan is huge. That's where we met at the gym, working out, and that's a big guy. Like, and I asked him, like, you play football? Like, no, really. Like, man, what the hell? You like somebody starting right tackle? He said, "Let's go Sixers." But I'm not a 4-for-4, so I can't even say nothing. Like, y'all know me. I'm 100% Philadelphia Eagles. I watch sometime? I don't really watch other sports like that. Basketball, come playoff time, I watch. But I'm a Pacers fan, guys. Reggie Miller, Bird Game 31. Reggie Miller, that's where the 31 comes from. It's Reggie. I loved Reggie Miller. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, man, Reggie Miller would have a couple of rings. But he had the greats in his way. He had the greats in the way. Twist says 4-for-4, baby. He's a 4-for-4. Like, I like the Phillies baseball team. Like, I don't really watch baseball like that, but I do a lot of betting, FanDuel, etc.
Yeah.
So I like them. I know they won a championship in the last couple of years, right? Last year or the year before, 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Flyers, I've never watched a hockey game ever. I think Actually, when I was young, I did. I was a Wayne Gretzky fan. You know what I'm saying? I was living in LA. Wayne Gretzky was the best hockey player. I guess I
Oh
watched
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I guess I
Everybody.
watched a little bit of him. But if you want to know sport wise, USC Trojan, baby. So Penn State, I'm sorry. You know, I know that's not a part of your 4 for 4, but you know, baseball, I'm a Giants fan. San Francisco Giants. Barry
Donovan
Bonds. I
Mitchell.
played football with Barry Bonds' nephew. He looked just like Barry Bonds too, except for he's big. Played football with Barry Bonds' nephew. That was my team back in the day. Basketball, Indiana Pacers, Reggie Miller, obviously, like I said. So I'm spread out. I think you gotta be diverse with your sports teams. You know, you can't just have everybody from the same city, same town. You know, which you can actually, but you know, when I became an Eagle fan, I was in California, and there was no Eagle fans around me, and that was one reason why I became an Eagles fan. To be honest with you, I didn't want to fall suit with everybody else. I didn't want to be a Raiders fan, a 49ers fan. When I was going to elementary school, because this is a long time ago, when I was in elementary, they were like force feeding you to be a Raiders fan or a Dodgers fan. I still do like the Dodgers a little bit too. I ain't gonna lie. I like the Giants and the Dodgers, so I guess they're two California teams. But I'm a Cali boy. I love my Giants. I love my Eagles. I love my, you know, Pacers. That's another place I need to go to some Pacer games. Now I will say that I'm supposed to be moving to Philly, and I want to go. The Flyers are a good hockey team. I want to go see a hockey game. I can't. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't mind going to go check one because I've never been to one, so a hockey game would be cool to go check out. Is that good? Maybe. I mean, who knows? Maybe when I move to Philadelphia, I'll become more of a 4 guy. You know? Because like I said, I kind of like the Phillies. The 76ers are cool. I love AI back in the day. You know?
Embiid, baby, Embiid.
Paul George he's from Pacer. I hated him from Pacers because he's a choke artist. He sucked in the playoffs. Great in the regular season. You remind me of the Dak Prescott of basketball.
That's a good comparison.
He was the Dak Prescott of basketball when he was the Pacers. You loved him in the regular season, but some playoff game, man, he would choke his ass off. Like Pacers kind of sucked after the big brawl in New York. That kind of destroyed our team, and we haven't really been the same since. So last year, I know we went to the championship. You know, I was hoping we could pull it out, but you know, when you don't have your best player no more, he'll be back next year. So I think the Pacers will be back on it. I'm happy and excited to see the Pacers get back to something, but it's like Pacers suck too because it's a small market town. Like the best team is the Hoosiers in Indiana. And no one wants to ever go play for the Pacers. We don't get chances to get LeBron James, Luka, you know, all these huge freaking players on the Pacers. No one want to go to Indiana. Who the hell want to go to Indiana? But I'm still a fan. I love them. Love them to the end. But 4 for 4, guys, no. I'm a 1 for 1. The Birds, baby. The majority of all my clothes, I got more bird memorabilia, merchandise than any team ever. Even more than USC, and I love USC too. I've been to multiple games for both, and something about them Eagles, man. Ever since seeing them Randall Cunningham back in the day. Bounce off, look like Gumby. Throwing touchdowns, running all over the place, changing the game of football. I've been hooked and addicted to him. He's a hockey's greater to watch in person. I bet it would be. Like even now, too, hockey they let you fight again. I remember for a while they wouldn't let you fight, and now I be seeing hockey clips and they be fighting again. So that's why. You know how hard it is to fight on ice skates. You know what I'm saying? Like you're on ice skates, you're on ice, you're fighting. I've went ice skating a couple of times. I couldn't imagine fighting nobody on those skates. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to do a little Philly trivia before we get out of here tonight.
Let's do some Philly trivia. Let's do some Philly trivia. But y'all, let me know in the chat. What's your grade in this Eagles draft? Because right now, I still give it an A. I think it's very underrated. People aren't giving it the credit it deserves. I think Lemon's going to be a monster this first year. Yeah, I said it. The first year, going to be a beast, a dog. And I, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm going to take it to the next step. I'm telling you, Devontae's going to have over 1,200 yards receiving this year, and Lemon's going to get 1,000 too. I said it. Even though we spread out the ball, Jalen Hurts about to throw for 4,500 yards. Because I think that little thing you talked about earlier, first fan, we got that quarterback now.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen don't want to do the push tush. If you don't want to do all these special run plays, go throw him in there. Let the rookie go in there.
Throw him in there.
He's a big guy too.
Yeah.
A dual threat big guy. Let him go do it. Let him do it. You know. Oh hell no! Don't start that. Don't start that. Don't start that. No. That fifth round draft pick has no shot at being a star quarterback. Philadelphia Eagles.
At all.
Ever. Like I'm not even debate that. Jalen would never get benched as an Eagle. He would get traded before he's benched.
Like they did McNabb.
Like they did McNabb.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing.
What we got up first? Hey, make sure you guys go check it out. Is this on the website?
Yes, it is on the website.
You guys get out there, man. It's growing. I will say shout out to y'all that have joined Philadelphia Eagles super fans, man. It's my passion. I want to bring the best to Philadelphia. Hey, it's an amazing site, guys. It has so much that I can't even list. It'll take me like 5-10 minutes to even list everything it has on here. From trading cards to trivia to games to competitions to rap battles to everything. Like it has everything on this one site. And you know, when I first launched a couple weeks, we were at 3. We're up to 24. Philly 500 is going to be is part of this promotion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's an ambassador. We're doing giveaways. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff this year. It's going to be very big, man. Very big. Like, it has everything, guys. Make sure, you know, if you're ever just chilling, not doing nothing, you got like 20 games on here you can go play to pass the time. Some of the best games out there. You know, rap battles, card battles, even card battles too. And that's even going to be even better. Like, I'm still fine-tuning a lot of this stuff up. But that's going to be, we got Eagles Bingo. You know what I'm saying? Eagles Bingo on there. We got the roster rush, timeline, who said it. Let's do who said it too. Let's do who said it tonight. Let's do who said it tonight. Okay. Famous quote. I'm not going to be the one to divide this team. I'm not going to be the one to divide it. I would say T.O. You guys
What
put it in
y'all
chat.
think, chat?
Play along with us, guys. And make sure all you have to do right now, guys, if you guys want to take, you know, the few of you guys that are in here, take a second, type in birdgatenation.vip because you are the VIP fan. Type it in and play along with us. You know, you'll become a member and play along with us. But let's drop some answers in the chat, guys. Who do you guys think said, I'm not going to be the one to divide this team? You got Donovan McNabb say it, Andy Reid said it, Brian Dawkins said it, or Terrell Owens. Who do you guys think really said this? If it's me, I'm going to say T.O. It's either T.O. or McNabb.
What the chat say?
Did the chat say anything yet? That's the question. Oh, it wasn't T.O. Team Obliviator, he said. So he was talking about T.O.
During the T.O. controversy.
T.O. didn't say it.
All right.
Donovan McNabb said it. I knew it was either one of them.
I
He goes,
got
I
a
got a
ring,
ring,
baby.
baby.
I got a
I
ring.
got a ring.
Oh, Brian Dawkins.
Dawkins has no ring. McNabb has no ring.
Yeah. He got a ring because he, after the Eagles won, he got an honorary ring. Yeah, I knew that.
I was gonna say Reggie White because Reggie White,
man,
he got a ring with Green Bay.
Well, no, I mean but we talking about the Eagles.
Green Bay. Okay, that's a good one. You had that one back. We're from Philly, we fight. That's Jason Kelce.
Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
After leading a comeback victory.
Ah, man. I ain't got one yet. Let's go.
An underdog is a hungry dog.
That's Jason Kelce.
Yeah. Iconic parade speech on the Art Museum steps.
I got me one.
I believe we can win the Super Bowl. It's got to be.
All of them.
Huh?
All of them said it. But I believe that's so vague, man. I don't know who said that. Who do you think said that?
I would say Nick Foles.
I would say Nick Foles or Dougie P. Nick Foles. Look at you. You on fire, OG.
Yes, sir. Philly.
What we got next?
We want Dallas.
Eagles fans. Yeah, that's what we want, baby. We always want Dallas.
Every playoff game.
We always want Dallas, baby.
You can't stop us. You can only hope to contain us. Was that Michael Vick when they had the Dream Team?
I would go with Vic too. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh man, the ultimate weapons confidence. That was Randall Cunningham. Man, we learning
what
something.
What did he say that? Oh, the ultimate weapon.
Randall Cunningham.
Oh, okay. Another one I didn't know. See what I'm saying? These are games that even good Eagles fans don't know. For who? For what? Ricky Watt.
After refusing to catch passes over the middle.
Yeah, that's where I remember it from. Ricky Waters. What this one say?
All right. The best feeling in the second best is losing because at least you were in the game. That sounds like somebody around would say.
The second best is losing because at least you're in the game. Jake Vermeil?
Okay. Emotional Eagles head coach, 1976 to 1982.
I was one, baby.
No one likes us. We don't care.
Who said that? Who started that?
Sound like Chris Long. He pretty arrogant and cocky. Oh, Lane Johnson, post Super Bowl celebration anthem.
Lane said that?
Yeah.
We're not doing very good right now, okay?
Score 60. 3 in a row.
You see what I'm saying? And guess what? You earn 30 SP points. And 30 SP points is like currency on this website, guys. It's gonna be used as currency. You can be able to buy things with it, do things with it. So make sure you guys go check it out, man. We're about to get out of here. We're hour 35 in. I got work tomorrow, and I got some other stuff to do tomorrow morning early. So, hey, it's always a pleasure, my guy. You guys tuned in to the Philly Alert. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and follow us on all platforms, man. Yeah, thank you for dropping the link there. BurgergateNation.vip. Make sure you go hit it up. He'll win in line when he alligator armed it. Oh, okay. Twiz, I need to see you on there too as well, my guy. Let's get up on there. He says, "Go Birds" for sure. And like I said, the more content will be dropped this week, and yeah, more content will be dropped this week, and
Yes,
I
sir.
gotta say, I kind of broke it down for you guys. So
All right.
fly, Eagles, fly.
Fly, Eagles, fly. We'll
And
be
go
back
Birds.
next week. You know, we're gonna go a little bit more in depth with the draft. Talk about some of these draft picks in depth, and you know, we'll have Liz back next week as well. So
Liz will be back next week as well, guys.
we're gonna go pick by pick next week, go a little bit more in depth, and give you guys some, you know, more details, you know, strengths and weaknesses, and you know, we'll have everything lined up for you.
But I did this one on the way out on the beginning of my last show. But do you guys know who the Eagles just picked up?
Does anyone realize who the Eagles just drafted yesterday? It is the closest thing we've seen to Myles Garrett, and his name is Uwar Bernard. He has never played a single snap of football. He's from a small village in Nigeria and taught himself football through YouTube videos and training in the jungle. He is 6'4", 306 pounds, and runs a 4.63 40-yard dash. And by the way, if you want to stay on top of NFL stories like this, make sure to follow. The guy scored a 9.9 relative athletic score out of 10 at the Combine, the 23rd best since 1987 for defensive tackles. I mean, actually, he led all defensive tackles in basically every single stat. He has a 39-inch vertical. That is higher than Russell Westbrook. And the craziest part about his build, he has 6% body fat. The guy is not human. So yeah, the man has never played football. Who knows if he's gonna be a star? But this type of athleticism in the 7th round, you have to take a chance on him. And if he ends up being a problem in the NFL, the Eagles might have just made the best pick in NFL history.